All right, let's talk about Kenny Pickett. Obviously, it sucks that he got hurt. We all, I'm hopeful he's okay. That's the first thing. Is just hoping that's all right. I was already planning on making this video, so I figured I'll still make it. Just gonna be evaluating, football stuff of how I thought Pickett played in this one. I thought that as a whole, the Steelers' offense in general kind of wasn't able to get a ton going in this one, which is definitely gonna hurt him, hurt his stats. I think that Kenny Pickett, to me, I would say is playing well for a rookie. I still think you have to put that caveat on. I don't think he's playing just great right away. I think he's playing well for a rookie. I know that this, again, the stats are terrible, right? 68 yards on 18 attempts. At least he didn't turn the ball over, so he has that going for him. But I thought that he pretty much did the right thing when he could, and there just wasn't a lot there. So let me just, instead of talking about it, let me show you exactly what I mean. I want to start off with this play. I want to start off with some of the things that were going wrong. You saw that there were times when, Steelers were really struggling to move the ball, and so the question is always how much of that is the quarterback's fault. After all, there are 10 other players out there. It's not just him. And in my opinion, there were a lot of times when I saw plays where I'm like, okay, that's kind of on Kenny Pickett, but also more so on the rest of the offense, in my opinion, because you can kind of put blame on whoever you want to. So this play, it's going to be man coverage. It's a cover one blitz. So you have a 5-man rush with a single safety deep. Everyone else is just playing man coverage. The route you see on the screen is going to be George Pickens' route. It's a deep route that has an opportunity to get open down the field. Now, a lot of times, this is, we've seen Pickett throw it up to Pickens on these types of plays, and for good reason. He is, someone who can definitely make a tough catch, even if he doesn't have a ton of separation. And watch, when Pickett takes a snap, doesn't have a lot of time. Again, there's a blitz, and Devin White's kind of getting through relatively untouched. So because of this blitz, you're definitely in a situation where you kind of have to make your decision quickly, and that's okay. You have a one-on-one matchup on the outside. On paper, definitely not a bad place to look at. I definitely understand why you would look here. And Pickett's going to take this chance, and it's not really open, and also he didn't really give Pickens a chance there. So that's kind of the issue is, and we saw this a couple of times, I thought, where we saw a couple times that Pickett didn't give really Pickens in general a chance to make a play. Like this one's going to be another example of that, where it's again going to be man coverage. It's a cover 2-man this time. So listen, Tampa Bay has good corners. Not the easiest thing in the world to get guys who can win consistently, right? That's just something that's true, especially when you're playing this coverage, which has 2 safeties deep here, and you're, inside the 10-yard line. Not a lot of space. Pickett is going to take the snap. He looks towards Pickens' way once again and fires in that direction, and Pickens somehow gets open here. I'm not sure how he managed to do this, because it was basically double coverage, but he somehow finds a way to get a bit of separation, and if this is a perfect throw, it could be a great catch for a touchdown. Who knows if it will be? Again, this is not wide open, but you would like to see Pickett, I think, give Pickens a chance to make this play. And part of me wonders if this is kind of intentional to not throw it too shallow. You don't want to turn the ball over here. You're winning. You don't want to risk 3 points to try and get 7 necessarily, but you do want to give yourself a chance to get 7. So you have to put it in a position where Pickens has a chance of making the grab. Instead, this throw is just, it's out of bounds. So, no matter how good of a receiver you are, you're not catching that one. So, there were some misfires. I think it's fair to say this is not a perfect day from Pickett, but I thought a lot of the issues were mostly out of his control that the offense had. Like this was more of what I saw. I saw that stuff, and so I wanted to bring that up, but this is more of what I saw when the offense was sputtering. It's a 3rd down and 11. It's once again that coverage of a cover 2-man, which is, it's difficult. It's difficult to find ways to get guys open, and it's definitely difficult to find ways to get guys open 11 yards down the field against this type of coverage. But still, what are you going to do? Well, you can still look for a matchup that you like and see if that matchup gets open. That's what you should do on this play. As you see, Pickett takes the snap. Pickett looks to a matchup that he likes, but it's not getting open. So, okay, you looked at a matchup, it's not open. Here's where the value of Kenny Pickett comes in, and why I still do think that, he was doing some nice things in this game, even if it wasn't showing up on the scoreboard entirely or on the stat sheet entirely, although this one does show up on the stat sheet, but, first read, not open. But wait a second. It's a cover 2-man, so this means that there's 2 safeties deep, and it's man coverage. So 5 players are now looking at the eligible receiver they're supposed to cover, not looking at Kenny Pickett. This means that there's a wide open lane over the middle, and Pickett realizes this and notices this. He looks at the first read, which wasn't open, and now he's saying, well, might as well just be an opportunity where there's one guy here who no one's looking at, and it's me. Maybe I should just take the ball myself. As you see, that's what Pickett's going to be able to do. He does scramble up, and he's able to pick up, close to the first down. He wasn't quite able to get it on the 3rd down and 11, but it gave them an opportunity to go for it on 4th down, which they did and converted and scored a touchdown. So, is it the biggest of highlight reel level plays? No. Is it a big play though? Absolutely, especially when you factor in the fact that this play failed by the Pittsburgh Steelers. They failed on this play. They did not get someone open. They did not give themselves a situation to be successful, and Pickett was still able to make it a positive play that resulted in a touchdown drive. I now want to show this play. So what's going to happen here is, this is kind of one of the things that I saw that was, a bit of an issue. There was a lot of pressure, and there were things that just went wrong in this one by the Steelers. This is just kind of a funny play. It was part of why I'm breaking it down. So you see the right guard here for Pittsburgh. It's just a cross-up. I believe it's him who has the play call wrong. Watch how, he goes out and he intentionally, you might be saying, wow, he gave up a pressure pretty quick there. No, he intentionally did that. He's going up to block for a screen pass. Okay, so good job. You got the player behind you. Nicely done. Slight issue that no one else is blocking as though it's a screen pass. There's not even an eligible receiver in the area to take a screen. So I'm pretty sure that it was him who screwed it up. It's possible it was supposed to be a screen pass and it was the halfback who screwed up. I don't know. But regardless, you're putting Kenny Pickett in a pretty tough spot here on 3rd down and 7. I'm going to bet it wasn't supposed to be a screen pass just because it's 3rd and 7. I don't know why I feel like most teams wouldn't run a screen there. But yeah, as a whole, tough situation for Pickett. And as you see, he's going to do what he can. There's just not much he can do, and he's going to end up getting sacked there. So again, not a horrible play by any means from Pickett. Not a great play. Not a play at all, really. What was he supposed to do there? I don't even know how to define that play. Just, there were some bad situations that he was put in this one, I think, is the main takeaway. So yeah, as a whole, again, sucks that he's banged up there. I don't think it's a massive jump between Pickett or Trubisky, but that's also kind of why you put in Pickett, because might as well, if it's not a massive jump, put in the guy with more potential, put in the guy who, has the higher ceiling, all of that stuff. That's what you're hoping for there with Pickett. Definitely the injury sucks. I don't know what the extent of the injury is at the time of recording this. There has not been anything put out about it, so hopefully he's okay. But yeah, as a whole, that's kind of what I thought about his performance. Wasn't put in a great situation, still made some nice plays, but as a whole, there was just only so much he could do and wasn't quite able to do all of it, is kind of what I thought. But he was able to do enough to at least, the team had a 1-point lead when he left. You'll take that, certainly. If the game only lasted as long as he played, then he would have gotten the win. So there you go. But yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.